Welcome back, my little mind exploders. Tonight is movie night in the village, so let us commence forth and talk about the many facts about the movies. Boomba 1. Extra killed on set. An extra on the set of the movie Star Wars, a film about a young hero going on adventures in outer space with his grandfather Rick, was killed in an accident. In the scene shown, the extra Sparty, who is wearing a white set of armor, was hit with a beam of red energy, causing him to die horrifically. This scene was kept in the film, which must have been distressing towards the man's family. The actor is uncredited, so sources are scarce. Number 2. Insect collection. When George Lucas was younger, he liked to collect stamps. This was actually the inspiration for Star Wars. Number 3. Luke, I killed your father. The infamous scene where Darth Vader says, Luke, I am your father, was actually improvised by the actor who plays Darth Vader, Dwesh. George Lucas originally wanted him to say, Luke, I killed your father, but he ended up liking the new line so much that he kept it in. When asked in an interview at Comic-Con why he decided to change the line, Dwesh said, Number 4. Darvalius Mulpray, the first BIPOC alien in Star Wars history. He became a fan favorite despite only appearing in 2 panels of the Star Wars Adventures comic issue, year 67. Fans believe he may make an appearance in the upcoming Star Wars Adventures comic issue num 68. Number 5. Jedi mind tricks are based off of a real story. Jedi mind tricks are a fan favorite trick that the Jedis do. They were inspired by a time that George Lucas was talking to a crackhead and he realized that he could convince him of anything. That was the inspiration for Jedi mind trick. Fans have speculated that the crackhead's name was Jeff. Gaming tip. In the Dubai level in Hitman, you can kill both targets at once by causing them to go to a meeting and put the room on lockdown whilst they are in there with you. Number 6. Bosnia Civil War analogy. A story about a ragtag group of rebels fighting a powerful establishment with sophisticated weaponry, technology and power might sound familiar to you. That's because the story of Star Wars is actually meant to be a metaphor for the Bosnian Civil War. The rebellion is supposed to represent Bosnia, and the powerful, seemingly unstoppable empire is supposed to represent Bosnia. This is further referenced with the alien species known as the Bosniaks. Number 7. Star Wars dancing Baby Yoda meme. Number 8. Star Wars predicted the future. As we all know, Star Wars takes place in the future, and it likely is very close to the planet Earth. As such, the technology and culture is much more advanced, but many of the predictions that Star Wars predicted were predicted correctly. The conflict between the planet Ruzaza and the Ukro Confederacy, clearly predicting or even inspiring the Russia-Ukraine conflict. 9/11 also occurred 9 days and 11 nights after a scene was filmed for Star Wars, where an X-Wing crashes into 2 Death Stars. Chewbacca is another example of a prediction, as Wookiees have migrated more in recent years. Lightsabers, or photon blades as the fans call them, now exist and are used by the US military. Perhaps there are more to come? Watch the newest season of The Mandalorian to find out. Only on Disney Plus. Button 9. Disney Lucasfilm agreement. George Lucas originally didn't realize that Star Wars was being sold to Disney until he read about it in the news a couple days after it had happened. Number 10. Star Wars. Hidden political messaging. Star Wars has a lot of hidden messaging interjected by George Lucas to promote his political ideology. For example, Jabba the Hutt is meant to represent Hillary Clinton, a fat and ugly woman who got owned by Donald Trump in the 2016 presidential election. George Lucas is a staunch, traditionalist conservative and a nihilist. Another clear example is with Palpatine, who manipulates and controls a tall dark man to do his bidding, also representing Hillary Clinton. Finally, we have Watto, a long-nosed freak who is greedy, stingy and corrupt. He clearly represents Hillary Clinton. Number 11. The Star Wars machine. The Star Wars machine is an ancient device used in the times of ancient Egypt by the Arcturians, a race of beautiful and kind aliens from the fourth dimension who want to spread happiness. This device's capabilities are unknown by humans, but Arcturians, with their ever-amazing and complex minds, know its secrets. George Lucas was inspired by this Arcturian tale. Fans speculated that he married an Arcturian. Number 12. Star Horrors. Star Wars was originally going to be a horror movie. It was to be called Star Horrors, and would be known as A New Horror, The Monster Strikes Back, and even Return of the Serial Killer. Who knows how many children would be terrified to this day. Number 13. Wizard of Oz is a dream theory. The Wizard of Oz, a film about Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, was actually all a dream the whole time. This may mean that Dorothy has some kind of condition that affects her mind as she sleeps, similar to a certain someone we have talked about before. Number 14. George Lucas vs. Donald Trump. When the former US President, Donald K. Trump, first put on his iconic orange body spray, George Lucas sued him for copying one of many Star Wars alien creatures who might have been orange. George Lucas, a firm stoic liberal, wanted to take the Orange Man down. This lawsuit led to Trump getting a mugshot and eventually lost the 2020 election to Joseph F. Biden. Number 15. Ronald Reagan initiated the Star Wars, the Strategic Defense Initiative, SDI, nicknamed the Star Wars program, was a proposed missile defense system intended to protect the United States from attack by ballistic nuclear missiles. The concept was announced in 1983 by President Ronald Reagan, a critic of the doctrine of mutual assured destruction, which he described as a suicide pact. Reagan called upon American scientists and engineers to develop a system that would render nuclear weapons obsolete. Elements of the program re-emerged in 2019 with the Space Development Agency. Number 16. Luke Skywalker Catholicism. Similar to Bigger Luke and Elephant Luke, some fans have noted in the George Lucas Premium Gold Case 7th edition of the Episode 5.5 re-edit re-release. Fans have pointed out that Luke is shown wearing something that might be interpreted as an object that may or may not be similar to that of a crucifix. Fans speculate that Luke may be Catholic because of this, but others argue that he is Protestant, Orthodox, or even non-denominational. But this footage is now considered lost media as Disney recalled all copies of the George Lucas Premium Gold Case 7th edition of the Episode 5.5 re-edit re-release, and have subsequently deleted all footage off of YouTube, Pornhub, Vimeo, Internet, YouTube and Internet Archive, even the dark web. Unless brave lost media soldiers were to delve deeper into the dark web to find out if Luke is truly Catholic, for now it is simply impossible to tell. Number 17. Chewbacca sighted in Peru. Internet user I Spotted Chewbacca Gaming 2006 from Peruvian City, Peru, sighted the very busty creature from the renowned Star Wars series named Star Wars Chewbacca. In the video, he can be seen making out with another man, confirming the long-living theory that Chewbacca is a forced homosexual insert. This is clearly an attempt at normalizing wokeness by George Lucas, who himself is a gay liberal Democrat who is best friends with Bill Clinton. Holy fuck, I'm stroking my cock so slowly. Can't come yet. In bonus fact, hung Munchkin. In The Wizard of Oz, when the main cast of Dorothy, Iron Tin Man, the Big Lion, and the Crow. As this enclave crosses the yellow brick road, something sinister ... can be spotted. It seems that a Munchkin can be seen hanging. But keen viewers who watched the original showing in 1964 realized that this scene was edited. In the original showing, the Munchkin was not hanging, but was rather hung. They covered this up in VHS and future releases of the film by killing and hanging the Munchkin to be edited in post. If you like movies, make sure to say your movie sucks and like for more movies. Cite.